Welcome to the latest episode of the Hawk Insider with Coach Greg Slaughter, presented by Texas Bank. So, Coach, regular season done, finished it off this past Friday. Give me your thoughts on the game.
Kids played awesome. I mean, played as sharp as they could. Definite mismatch in talent and size and speed and all those things that that we know we have a lot of. And just from the jump, it was not much of a contest. And I think we scored 5 touchdowns in our first 8 or 9 plays. Turned them over 3 and out. There was and I'm proud of the kids. We're healthy, moving on.
Yep. Yeah, you have to. We've said this throughout the season, but you got to play who's in front of you.
Yeah.
You got to play those guys. So you can only play who you can play. So yeah, I mean, great game. I noticed too. And I was trying to remember, think back, but we only snapped the ball, I think, 3 times, maybe, in our own end of the field in that first half. Was it more than that?
No, that would sound about right, because they turned it over 2 or 3 times, and they their punt game struggled also. So we definitely we had great field position most of the night, for sure.
Yeah, Atlanta York 8 of 8. I mean, in limited work, 142 yards, 5 of those were touchdowns. Just another great performance by Landon.
Yeah, no, you really could have done whatever you wanted to. It just from the jump it was we took over.
Yep. One good thing too, or one thing I noticed too, running the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys carried the ball.
Did they really? Yeah. No, that, like I said, and that'll be even potentially more so this week. We have some more kids suited up on the roster. So it's one of those. Again, some of those, you love when some of those kids get some of that playing time, and that they all deserve some action, and we're proud of them.
Yep. On defense, also 4 picks, 2 by Sisson and 2 by Stucker. Yeah. So I mean, great performance by those.
Sure.
Guys.
No, and I was telling that there's still, even in that game, there's things that there were a few things that we didn't do as good as we should have, and my linebacker drops at times weren't as good as they should have been, but that was a great example. Quavy had a great drop and tipped it, to Gavin. Most of those tip balls defensively seem to always go your way. That's such a big play.
Right.
We had 4 turnovers is awesome.
Yeah. And then, of course, the number of kids on the roster that got in there. I mean, just incredible. I mean, you're wearing, so we got to make our obligatory. He's gone now. He was out there a minute ago. Our obligatory Kleinsmith reference. Yeah. I mean, the kid had 12 kickoffs,
yes,
10 extra point attempts, and then you stuck him in there on D.
Jacob Brandon, our trainer, came in at one point. He was like, "Dude, I'm kind of getting curious about his hip flexion." Just because all those PATs and
right.
kickoffs, and but no, TK is doing a great job.
And he got some, like I said, he got some time on D.
He had a great catch. One of those catches was a third and 4 fast.
Yeah, he did.
And it wasn't your routine catch. It was a spot catch.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about the catch he had. So overall, I mean, really, not to beat a dead horse, but it was just a dominating performance overall.
Yeah, no, we driving over there, pretty sure how I thought that game was going to go. Again, just a different class right now, and what the kids that we have, and that I hope we frustrate a lot of teams, but like I said, that was in particular was just from the jump, no contest. So
well, let's go ahead and put that one to bed. We'll come back. We'll talk to Reed Robertson and Kellen Oliver after this, and after that segment, we'll come back and we'll talk about the first round playoff.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of relationships. Our roots are our customers, the lifeblood of our business. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted financial partner, committed to building lasting connections and providing personalized service that exceeds your expectations. From helping you achieve your financial goals to supporting you through life's changes, we're here for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of banking with people who truly care.
Welcome back to this segment of the Hawk Insider, brought to you by Texas Bank. And on this edition, we finally get the 2 leading wideouts on this Hawk offense. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So,
Kellen Oliver, Reed Robertson.
So let's just start off. Let's talk about the season so far. Obviously, regular season done. We're sitting on the edge of the playoffs here. And you guys can both jump in and answer. What has worked well for y'all so far in the first 10 games?
So just working as a team. I mean, our passing game has been just elite, and our run game has all been backed it up too. So I think teams don't know where to play us right now. I mean, we're both running and passing have been dominant. So
yeah, the team chemistry, it's 100%. It's all there.
Yeah. So obviously this is a very, very, very good team. I try not to get too excited about it, but it really is. This team's great. I mean, this team's out. Even last year was a great year. I mean, let's be honest, but this year has just been phenomenal. What has been, other than, has it been teamwork that's made this team so good? I mean, just the way y'all have come together, bonded together as a team?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've grown up with playing with all these guys, so we're bonded pretty well, and I think that's what most of it is just the bondness of a team.
Right.
Yeah, I know most of these dudes since I was 5 years old, like as tight as it gets.
Yeah. Yeah. So, obviously I'm going to ask you this question because I got a special one for you as well. So, on the air, announcers tend to get carried away, which I do frequently, but every time you catch it, you look like you can run away from guys. I know that. I've seen it happen, but you just seem to be looking for contact. Do you consciously do that, or do you just line them up, say, okay, here they come, I'm running
I
away?
think it's more like I think I have it because I've been used to it, but I feel like it just starts a momentum shift into the game.
Yeah.
I do it too, so
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So you can run the crossing routes, you can run the post routes, you can run the corner routes, you can run the go routes. Of all the route tree, everything on the route tree, what do you prefer to run more than anything?
I mean, I'm just gonna have to say the goat.
Uh-huh.
I love like getting as high as I can and trying to go get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, every time this offense moves inside the 20, I immediately see where you're lining up to see if they're going one-on-one. And I think it was 3 weeks ago, I can't remember who it was, they came out in this corner of the end zone and they were one-on-one, and I looked at the guy on the air with me and said, why are they doing this? If they're one-on-one with them out there, and sure enough, Landon saw it right away. Bam, just got the snap right to you. Do you look for those one-on-one coverages, or are you like, whatever you bring, I'm going to go get it anyway?
I mean, I try to always go get it, but the one-on-one, it's a great feeling to see that.
Yeah. Because, you can – I haven't seen anybody yet, and obviously we're going to see a lot better teams as we get deeper in the playoffs. I haven't seen anyone yet that can match up with you. No one. I mean, just I'm not trying to gas you up or anything, but seriously, there is no one out there yet that can do that. So let's transition a little bit here. Obviously, this team is very, very deep, especially at the receiver position. You two are obviously the two leading receivers, two starting wideouts. What I guess I'm trying to phrase this the right way. How come this team is just so good? It's only the second year in this new offense. How come this team is so good at throwing the ball?
I feel like we've been waiting on it for a while and start running this spread offense, and Landon does a phenomenal job. He puts it where he wants, and since we have so many options and threats, I mean, he could throw it to anyone, and anyone could have a big game. It's a good part.
Yeah, like we have so much speed. I think it'd be just a crime if we didn't air it out the whole game.
Yeah, I tell you, and this is no slam on y'all though at all, but behind y'all, I mean, you got Jagger Thompson that could probably outrun just about anybody but you two, and then just Evan Bailey, just so many guys behind y'all that if you have to come out for a breather, which you don't often do, there's just somebody can step up. So yeah, very impressive. So going forward in the playoffs now, obviously. How do you keep that ball rolling, pardon the pun, metaphor, whatever? How do you keep it rolling and keep the offense rolling like we're doing right now?
I feel like just keeping one game at a time. Don't look ahead. I mean, we always have that game circled up in the future, but right now it's just taking
We're not mentioning that name.
Yeah.
Nope, not yet. Right, not yet.
Just one game at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's 1 week at a time. We had the look ahead week on the bye week, but after that it's one game at a time. You want to know every week.
Yeah. So, what's the key to beating Anthony this week?
I think just doing the same thing we have been doing, just playing as a team and just airing it out and just playing good offense and good defense.
He's just taking care of business.
Yeah, just like we've been doing all season long. Anything else y'all want to add? I mean, y'all seem to be directed to the point. I like that. I appreciate that.
I just can't wait for the playoffs. It's going to be a fun ride.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I know there's 50 states, but there's just something special about Texas high school football. Always has been, always will be. So thank you again for joining us. I appreciate that. Stay tuned. We'll come back after this and preview the first round playoff opponent with Coach Slaughter.
See friendship being
Welcome back to the Hawk Insider, brought to you by Texas Bank. So, Coach, We talked about the regular season finale. We talked with Kellen Oliver and Reed Robertson. So let's talk about our first round playoff opponent this week.
You know, Anthony, same team we had last year. You know, they're in that 4-team district out west, which nobody likes 4-team districts. I'm sure they don't. We don't. You know, we would all like 7 or 8-team districts, so you kind of earn your way there. But you know, it is what it is. But you know, last year they came to us, which was awesome. You know, we paid the refs and fed them, and I tried that again this year. They got a new AD, I guess. They, you know, we're meeting halfway. We're wherever Pecos. I'm not sure if that's halfway to anywhere, but you know, it's Friday night at 6 o'clock, and you know, we're gonna go play our game, and you know, looking forward to take the next step. I know we're getting closer to some of those fun, meaningful, you know, exciting games.
Yeah, but like Reed and Kellen said earlier, I said we're not mentioning that one team. We're not mentioning it. He said, nope, we're taking it 1 week at a time. So I was like, yeah, absolutely.
And you know, again, like, you know, practice. You know, we're just working on things that we need to fix, or you know, the things that we're going to see down the road. And you know, it's, you know, of course, it's, you forget what it's like in the playoffs when there's no JV. Like, you know, a lot of times when we're on offense, I'm with the JV, you know, or Londerholm and Gordon and those guys, you know, Williams. Well, now, you know, man, when you go do an individual drill, you know, you've got all the coaches with you. I mean, I really do think, you know, playoffs, you get so much more, there's just more eyeballs with you, you know, and more help at your groups and stuff. So it's, you know, I think you get better.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward. I mean, obviously, I've had a blast his last 11 weeks, counting the bye weeks, but just what a great team. I know we say this all the time, but just an incredible year so far by this Wallhawk team.
Oh, no, you know, again, it's, you know, it's like we talked last week, you know, you knew they had the potential to be this, and now we have to go each week, you know, go 1-0 and go stamp that legacy on it. Like today, I don't know if kids were surprised. They're like, I was very turned up today. You know, it's playoff mode, and it's, you know, there were things that I wanted to make sure we fixed, and like our practice tempo, and I mean, I thought it was good. So, you know, it's onward and upward, and you know, it's kind of a different week. We're practicing in the morning because a ton of our kids, we're going to let them go. We're so proud of that volleyball team and what they're doing. You know, we're on this field at 6, and I told them it's going to not be, you know, 70 degrees, you know, but, you know, so it'll be a different routine tomorrow, but our kids, you know, that they're excited to go cheer on support the volleyball team.
Yeah, let me give a shout out to the Lady Hawk volleyball team. I mean, heck of a run so far, and I was trying to shout them out on the air on Friday night as well, but what a great performance by them young ladies as well.
At some point, I'm going to use what they're doing, you know, for our team. A lot of times kids come to these sporting events, and it's a social occasion. You know, well, like, I hope those girls know, and like if, you know, in some of our big games, man, they're not going for the social hour. You know, those dudes are going to watch those girls achieve something. And again, I know in those big games we had down the road, it's the same thing. You go from a fun student section, you know, laid back parent group, whatever, to the intense hardcore, you know, we're here to watch us achieve. And, you know, so like I said, I think it's going to help us down the road, because it's, you know, watching people, you know, achieve things that's an awesome thing.
Yeah. So shout out to they play tomorrow night.
Hey, they're tomorrow at they're Tuesday night at Stephenville at 6 o'clock.
Okay. Don't forget that.
Yep.
You don't want to miss that. If you can get there, because these young ladies have really put a lot into it, a lot of success. Transitioning back to football. So what is I guess real quick, what's your routine during the playoffs? Once that game's over and you've put it in the win column, do you immediately start looking at scores to see who's going to be up next week?
Sure. I mean, hey, about 3 minutes into the game the other night, I was like, okay, start updating the Canadian Children's score, you know, because that's a huge impact in who you're going to see potentially,
right.
You know, the next round. And I was also very curious the Kahoma Merkel score, you know, but normally you don't even think about that, you know, during the game.
Right.
You know, after the game, you definitely start, you know, just because like how Pecos did last Friday determined if we were Thursday or Friday this week, you know. So I was curious on that one too. But, you know, your routine is the same. You know, you come home and you, of course, on the way home, you're checking those scores and talking to people. But, you know, you come home and you start finishing that game. Again, I like doing as much as we can Friday night, because I like showing up Saturday with a clean slate, you know, and it's all about your next opponent.
Right.
And especially in the playoffs, you know, when you truly don't know who you're going to see, you know, man, there's a ton of work to get done, and, you know, and just film to enter and data and, you know, breakdown and stuff. So, or sometimes your eyeballs, you know, get heavy on you there. But I mean, it's just, you know, it's a 6 week, or I hope it's a 6 week grind. But it's, you know, the routine is you go to work and you tell the kids as much info as you can. And, you know, again, our kids are so smart, and You just want to give them as much details and things as you can, and you know, they're gonna make us look smart.
So one thing I do want to bring up before we close this out is, don't forget it's 6 o'clock
Yes.
Friday night. I know we're so used
Hey,
to 7 o'clock.
You know what's weird? One thing, talking to Anthony, the school was one street in Texas. You know, most of their town is in New Mexico. I mean, it's 25 miles northwest of El Paso.
I did not know that.
They're in the mountain time zone. So when you're setting up the game time, you're like, hey, we're talking Central Time. I mean, you know, it is out there.
Wow. I did not realize that
That's
piece
what-
of it.
well, no, it is. You think El Paso is the tip? It is not. Anthony is you know, it's about 25 miles northwest of El Paso.
Yeah.
So it is.
I didn't know that. I've been to El Paso a few times, but I don't think I've ever been to Anthony.
Yeah, it's a little bit north, you know, so you would have to get off the interstate and
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's out there. So you know, and we're gonna go play how we play, and you know, work on what we're doing, and you know, we're gonna keep our kids, you know, that we need that game action, and we're gonna play until we decide, hey, that's enough for you, and let live for the next one.
Yeah. Well, maybe, you know, see what happens, but maybe get some more of those guys
No, for
really
sure.
down the depth roster
Yeah.
into the game.
No, you get to reward your kids that stayed with you. You know, I mean, but there's a chance, you know, like we're going to have a couple of special teams units, you know, and you know, just, you know, if we kick off more than our share of times, you know, at some point we're going to go with our Bravo unit, you know, just to change it up.
Right. Well, looking forward to it. Truly looking forward to it. We will be bringing the game to you, but you need to travel to Pecos. Come back and watch the replay after the fact, but you need to travel to Pecos, show support for the Wallhawk football team. By the time this airs, the volleyball match will be over, and we are hoping and praying that they win. That's the regional championship, correct?
Yes, yeah,
What they're
yeah.
playing
This is
for?
the regional final, yeah.
Okay. So join us Friday night, whether in Pecos or whether online on Concho Sports Network. Looking forward to it, Coach. Again, congrats on a great regular season. Now let's take that trip to Jerry World.
1 week at a time. Let's go.
1 week at a time. Indeed it is. So you've been watching the Hawk Insider with Coach Craig Slaughter, brought to you by Texas Bank. I'm Russ Howard, and we will see you next week. God bless. Take care.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of relationships. Our roots are our customers, the lifeblood of our business. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted financial partner, committed to building lasting connections and providing personalized service that exceeds your expectations. From helping you achieve your financial goals to supporting you through life's changes, we're here for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of banking with people who truly care.